Alright, Merry Christmas for later this week or something. Word of advice, if you have a YouTube channel and you're thinking about wearing a stupid hat for the video, don't do it. Terrible idea.
The CEO of Ego.
I know that one. This guy.
Get a life.
Lifting.
Of Ego Lifting. This guy then. From Moe Fitness, who like my washing machine has blown up. Views for days, son. His video titles are really catchy. Even PewDiePie noticed. And so Brad Raspberry has been uploading to the TikTaky again, this time with dumbbell rows with weights he can't handle and the handle can't handle. And so of course this is a very good exercise, but again, when you put a camera in front of a dumbbell, it seems to be tunnel vision ego lifting. And so in this clip, Brad performs 2 repetitions of the back row, and then on the 3rd repetition, the plates at the back fall off the dumbbell bar. And this is what the aftermath looked like with all the plates on the floor. And if you do want a heavy rowing movement, you can use the barbell Penlay row, for example, which is a very explosive movement where the barbell can handle a high amount of load on it. So that's just one idea for you that won't risk a dumbbell falling to pieces mid-lift. You're genius. But he seemed happy with it. The wonderful sport of ego lifting. What is ego lifting? Basically lifting big boy weights with a minute range of motion because you're a straight legend. I think that's the dictionary definition.
When exercising, always make sure to involve nonsense. It confuses the muscles.
And it's not just barbells and dumbbells. Ego lifting is spread even to cable machines, but at least he dressed up as a Ghostbuster, so I forgive him. And so weight, of course, is a great and accessible tool for overloading the muscle. But using weight that you cannot handle is counterproductive. And whilst this video is intended to be comedic in nature, it is also to project the idea that ego lifting is dumb. Behave yourselves. When it comes to the gym, leave your ego at the door. Focus on yourself. Don't try and show off to the dude over there, or you can end up in a video like this.
Put your hands together for the CEO of ego lifting. He has a huge lifting belt, knee wraps and a mask. He came prepared for everything. When he finally squats down, there is more tension on his knees than there is on the Ukraine border.
That is the sound my baby makes before I make this face.
Life is already hard, but it's even harder if you are stupid.
That's what my teacher used to tell me at school, which is a bit harsh considering I was homeschooled. I'm just joking, I went to a real school and the teacher still told me that. So seriously, what is the point? And do the 2 Ronnies here seriously think that this spotter could actually do anything on his own to counter that weight? I mean, look at his foot positioning. That is literally the not how to spot someone stance. Just stretching off the old calves while securing 1,000 pounds. And talking of spotters, I call this clip, "What are you doing, mate?"
This young lady was bench pressing when the guy behind her was assuming she needed help. Now, after lifting 1 good rep, he ran by to give her a helping hand that she never needed. The guy is like, "Oh, what a coincidence that I was right there to help you. So, can I get your number?" And even both the boomers in the background are like, "Is this how young people meet these days?"
No, this is how gym lads meet women. Excuse me, sir, are you finished with the bicep machine? And to be clear, by ego lifting, I don't mean someone performing a maximal lift as part of a carefully formulated training program. I also don't mean people just working hard or challenging themselves or trying to move heavy weights. And I also don't mean people who use this phrase of putting ego or attitude, if you like, into their session to help them to overcome a challenge. What I mean is Muppets using weights that they cannot handle to be the alpha in the gym, to show off, to try and impress people and all that stuff. And as a result, the actual lift is not performed in a manner that is beneficial to them. And so I've linked OE's fitness video down below, and so his description box is well worth a read. This video shows the CEO of ego lifting. Weight training is a great way to build muscle and get into shape, but it usually requires a gradual progression to heavier weights to see the best results. Everyone's body and fitness goals are different, so there's no set answer for when and how to increase the weight you're using. However, if you can easily finish your reps and you have good form, it might be time to move up to the next size weight. Make sure that you are not lifting more than you can handle,
because then it's not all right.
So the idea of using weight as progressive overload, people having different goals, no one set answer for everyone, plenty of good common sense in that paragraph. So the ego lifting here is so bad that I honestly don't know what exercise this is. I get the decline bench, not sure why they're using it though. I mean, he skipped risk reward day.
He screams so loud because he never skips voice day.
And so I think these are tricep extensions, ironically known as skull crushers. Get the hint, mate. That is the actual nickname people give to the exercise for anyone thinking that I've just made that up. But because the weight is far too much for him, they're turning into pullovers. Billy Connolly is not impressed. But at least this guy's getting his squats in for the day.
Going to the gym to ego lift is like going to a car repair shop, but instead of having your car fixed, you pay for more damage on your car.
And to be fair, that is a really good example that this dude may actually understand.
Some people have a black belt in martial arts. This guy has a black belt in partial arts.
Touché. And so this post is from 4 years ago, but has aged well. Lowering the weight and focusing on my form was the best thing I ever did for my injuries, look, and my feel. Just being able to work out with my friends and saying, I'll need lower weight, my form is crap, feels so good to have the balls to say. That's why I don't go to the gym with my friends. I go alone so I can focus more on form. I used to have horrible form and now I've got shoulder problems. My best advice for people new to lifting is do your research. You'll hurt yourself if you don't watch your form. Or of course, employ a competent personal trainer who will teach you the ropes before you can kind of go out on your own. And so I think there are plenty of good ideas in there for this community to think about. It can be fun, of course, to go to the gym with your friends, with training partners and that type of thing. And of course, there can be benefits to that. But could there also be disadvantages in terms of the competitiveness and in this case, ego lifting? And back to the king of sometimes uses real plates, ego lifting bicep curl man, Brad's back.
But yet he comes up with another big lift that seems unreal.
Let's go. There you go.
OE Fitness adding fart sound effects pretty much sums up my feeling of Brad's content. And so as a serious point, right, Brad can curl significant weight. But are the cheating reps really worth it? I mean, he is putting his lumbar, spine and knees into every rep. The amount of juice he's on, he can just perform controlled bicep curls with a weight that he can manage, and he's still going to build his arms. And then there is the category of the ego lift where it has been so ingrained in a person for so many years that they're almost in a state of strongest man hypnosis.
So let's have a look at the strongest legs in history.
And he thinks it's so impressive that he actually decided to film it. Just think about that for a second.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was a new personal best by The Helmet. And just in case you have missed it, he does it again. Don't blink and enjoy the heavy leg workout.
Ain't nothing but a peanut. And to end, some absolute machines. Literally pointless except to look like complete legends on the Insta-talk.
Okay, so these guys are gonna try to resist the weight.
Hold on, why would you need people to resist the weight there? Considering the amount of weight you've already got on the machine.
Always remember, at the end of the day, it's night, and every little thing is gonna be alright.